EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, two NFC clubs going head-to-head, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Carolina Panthers. Tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise, and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
Throwing quickly, Darnold, that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He'll get that to Charbonnet. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Back to throw, Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here's Darnold. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Now he's going to step up and run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
19 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Seattle.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
He'll take it inside the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. DJ Wadham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
They'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Sam Darnold scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon.
What a call there on the quarterback draw. You want to spread the field and just tell your QB, hey, find a lane and go. And he's able to get the defense in a vulnerable spot and then take it into the end zone.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Left side here to Sanders. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On play action, Young. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 34.
That's good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Young off the play fake. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They go play action. Young to the right side, hauled in by McMillan. Touchdown, Carolina! A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Panthers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Seahawks first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Under a minute to go, clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Here's Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. "7-7, our score after one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down coming up. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 37. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now it's Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be fourth down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a fourth down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now Young. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Young to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Young to throw it. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And taken right on the 30. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. The ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense and get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Darnold now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5. Now Darnold. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Darnold. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 8 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And the Panthers coming out now. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he'll scratch out only about a yard after the 32.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed up 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side to...
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play fake. Now Young. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Young. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Throwing, Young. This is caught by McMillan. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Back to throw, Darnold. Gets this complete to Shaheed. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Seattle.
Here's Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Darnold to throw again. Smith and Jigba with a grab. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second down and 6 now. Back to throw again. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Again, Darnold. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. D.J. Waddle. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
After have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Now here's Young. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jalen Coker, 69 yards. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
To throw is Darnold. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 14. And the Seahawks first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run. Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A 6-yard pickup.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
A gain of 6. And the Seahawks first down.
But we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings us 3rd down.
Third and 4. Now it's Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
Seattle.
Kenneth Walker, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it was Kenneth Walker who finished things off with a touchdown catch.
for the touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
They run again with Dowdle. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Young to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Young takes it on a sneak. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Young to throw it this time. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Young to throw it. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he'll be taken down at the 34. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9. Now Young. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. For that sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Got a man. That's Liggett. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Off of play action, Darnold. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he's brought down. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he's going to get snapped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. A quick throw caught by Cup out wide. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still 2nd down.
Darnold now to throw. Gets this complete to Shaheed. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw, Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Myers' kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Young. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Young. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Young now. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Up the middle, here's Walker. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 8. Here's Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Young. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Now Young. Got a man, that's Leggett. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Young to throw. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Young. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Young. His throw incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Now Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Young to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.